Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another one of our Little Shoe Career Pathways video lectures. Obviously, if you're watching this, you have no understanding of the frustrations that I've gone through to make this video. But this is the third time we're making an attempt at this. Hopefully, third time's a charm. Today is going to be totally different than any of the other video lectures we've had so far, in that it is going to be live from this doc cam. Woo, here's my doc cam. Instead of being a notebook file with me talking. The reason that I'm doing it this way today is I'm hoping to give you a good introduction to how to make one of our course binders that you are going to use with any of your student design self-paced courses that you're doing. Whether it be your lit genres or comparative religions or creative writing or any of your PBL stuff, the very first thing you do before we want you jumping into any of that content stuff is you have to make this binder in order to manage this course. And that is going to be a crucially important part of your success in this course, and really our success as teachers to be able to manage it. So first thing after, I'm assuming, I don't have to tell you that you need to actually physically get the binder, but you never can tell with some of you. The first thing that you need to do is make a title page here and put it in the front of your binder, and I want your name at the top here. I want the name of the course in the middle, and then lastly at the bottom, whoever your teacher or your advisor for that course is, their name is going to at the bottom. If you'd like to add a picture of some sort, I've added this, it's a lit genres class you're reading, so there you go, there's my little picture that has to do with the course. If you want to add something like that, spruce it up, make it colorful, that's up to you, that's kind of personal preference. So then when we get into the binder, the first thing that I'm going to see as soon as I open that binder is your course rationale or your project rationale. I'm not going to get into the specifics about this letter right now because this is more of an organization lecture, but all you need to know is there's going to be a letter where you propose why you want to take this class. That is going to be the first thing that ends up in this binder. Second of all, or really then the next part of the binder is going to be, you have 4 main sections where you're going to be putting stuff in throughout the term. The first area that we have is your time logs. In this time log section, you're going to be keeping track of all the time that you spend working on this course. Here you see the 4 main areas of information that we are going to require that you log. We need to know your time, where you spend your time, what you get accomplished in that time, and then a short reflection on how well you utilized your time. So there's 3 main ways in which you can do this. The first way is you could simply print off a Google or Excel spreadsheet, have these 4 headers and 4 columns, print it off, throw it in this binder, and at the end of each day you could simply write into your binder exactly what it is that you did in these 4 areas. Not the way I would do it, but that is option number 1. Option number 2, you could have a Google or Excel spreadsheet on your computer, and at the end of each day, go in there and type in the time, location, accomplishments, and reflection. And then at the end of the course, you would just simply print those off and throw them in your binder. And then the third option, which is the way that I would do it, and I think most kids had the most amount of success with last year, make a Google form, have areas in that Google form to put this information in, save that Google form somewhere on your taskbar in whatever internet browser you like to use, and then quite simply at the end of each day you click on that link, it brings you to your form, you throw the information in, and then Google will automatically throw that into your spreadsheet. At the end of the term you print the spreadsheet off, throw it in, and you are done. So next is going to be a section for notes. This is going to look a little bit different from course to course, but I'm going to go over the gist of what we're looking for in this section. Your notes are going to be very formal and very structured for a variety of reasons that, once again, I'm not going to get into right now for logistics purposes. But essentially, here's what I'm requiring of you, and Mrs. Vakevich is requiring of you. So you are going to have on a page, whether it be something you wrote, it could be loose leaf, it could be note cards. On the front of a page, you're going to have the information. You're going to have notes. There we go, notes. And you can see here on this page, it's divvied up into 3 different sections. Directly behind those notes, on the opposite side of the page, you're going to have the MLA citation for wherever you got those notes from. So there you go. On one side of the page, notes. On the back side of the page, MLA citation. Notes, citation. Notes, citation. Now, if you have not passed out from nausea or have epilepsy from my doc cam by now, I will tell you that you can do this in a couple different ways. Like I said, you can have what we have here. You can have note cards and just 3-hole punch them and throw them in. We can have, as we have here, typed out. So there are your notes. Next section is a section to put all your products in. The credit you earn in this course will be completely determined by 2 things. Number 1, the amount of time that you put into the course. Number 2, what you do with that time. So it is important that whatever you do, whether it be an assignment, an activity, a paper, it gets either 3-hole punched and put in here, or printed out and then 3-hole punched, regardless of whether it was done online or handwritten. It needs to end up in your products section, so that at the end of this course we have this huge binder that is a complete documentation of everything that you did, and ultimately it would be pretty impressive for you to hand that binder to somebody and say, okay, this is how I managed my course, this is what I did, because this will be an excellent activity in course management and goal writing for you guys, and the skills hopefully you obtain in doing this sort of learning will go far beyond just the content knowledge. And then the last and probably the most important section in your binder is your calendar. Okay, you will be making your own calendar, and on that calendar, every day when you come in, you are going to be writing your daily goals. Okay, so when you come in, and if I were you, I'd do this before the day even began. I would come in, I'd get my stuff by my cubicle, and I would take this out, open to my calendar, and write down exactly what my goals for the day are. Otherwise, when the class begins, that class period, the first thing you are going to do before you do anything else is take this out, write down what you plan to do that day. This becomes so important in your teacher's ability to help you manage the course, because if we don't know what you were planning to do each day, we don't know if you got a lot done compared to what you thought you were going to do or didn't get very much done. And we can't help you meet your long-term goals. And that's another thing, is we need to know what your long-term goals are. We need to know, when do you need this course finished by? Okay, we can help you with that. Okay, so this becomes crucial, because then we can walk up to this binder, take it out, look at it at any point in time, and know whether or not you're there or not, whether or not you're working. We can look at it and know exactly what you were supposed to do that day and whether or not those were good or bad goals. Okay, so that's everything you need to have in your binder. Quick recap, you need the binder, you need to have your title page, you need to have your rationale, you need to have your time logs, you need to have a spot for all your products, your notes, and lastly, most importantly, your calendar. So there you go. You now know everything you need to get this binder together and then start this course. Look forward to seeing everything that you guys come up with this term. If you have any questions, just let us know. Otherwise, we'll see you later.